Want to become the number one authority in your niche by being a guest on other people's podcasts? I'm going to give you 5 tips today that you can use to go out and get exposure in front of 100 fresh new podcasts every single year and become that number one authority in your niche, elevating your credibility, making an impact, and sharing your story. It's really an incredible way to become almost famous, right? Leveraging other people's platforms, other people's podcasts as a guest is a little different than speaking. Being a guest has its own rules, its own dynamics. We teach an incredible program in our Top Guest Academy on how to become a guest, how to be a great guest, and how to get booked every single week on fresh new podcasts. My name is Angel Tuccy, and they call me the Media Matchmaker. I am the host of the Need a Guest Facebook group. We are the fastest growing online Facebook group for finding guests and getting booked. And I've been told we are the best place for finding guests and getting booked. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, go for free right now at needaguest.com. Needaguest.com will take you right to our Facebook group. And if you want to join our premium community, you can register for free for that at getpremiumforfree.com. All right, 5 tips today on how you can become the number one authority in your niche, leveraging the power of other people's podcasts, guesting, right? Being a guest on other people's shows. Again, a little different than speaking because you're being interviewed. You're having a conversation. This is a dialogue. But my number one favorite tip, and it's kind of a, some people love it, some people hate it. Right? It's good news, bad news. The good news is you get to focus on one thing, one core topic that you are an expertise at. My friend Maria Went says focus for 1 year, right? One topic, one program, one marketing for 1 year. Stay focused on one core topic to become the expert in that space, to be known for, to create the momentum, to get the leads, the referrals. And so anytime somebody says, I'm looking for an expert on, other people are immediately saying, you got this person. This is your expert for this person. For me, anytime somebody says, I need a guest on media exposure, Angel's your person. We want this to be your magnet, right? A magnet attracts. And so your one core topic is where you are, your topic and you, right? When people think of that topic, they think of you. When they think of that when they think of you, they think of that topic. This is great news that you can focus in on one signature topic. You don't have to be a jack of all trades. I tell people I'm a one-trick pony, right? One core message. You stick to your lane, focus on one core message. That'll help you to find the right podcast, to be known as that expert in that space, and to really leverage and monetize your podcast experiences, your guesting experiences. So number 1, focus, right, on your core topic. Second thing, share a story that has some emotional impact. And emotional doesn't have to be tragic, right? Sad, depressing. It can be triumphant and inspirational. It can be funny, right? So think about the impact and think about stories. Stories, what do they say? Stories sell, right? Stories sell, and good stories get more airtime. Really, we can learn anything we want with a how-to video. My husband has a how-to video YouTube channel, right? We can learn anything how-to, but it's really the stories that make the greater impact. So when you think about every point you want to make, every answer you want to give inside of a podcast interview, think of a quick little story and a little recap, or something that ties it in, creates that visual emotional impact for the audience. Tip number 3 is establish a matchy brand, right? This is my very official technology term, right? Official professional term. Make sure that everything is matchy. Your photos, your core topic, everything on your social media posts, your introduction, that everywhere you go, you are like who you are is obvious, right? So if I see you on Instagram, I see you on LinkedIn, it's matchy, and it's the same. So go through and update all of your social sites, even your voicemail, right? Your Uber picture, your Uber title. Go ahead and update everything and make sure everything's matchy. That way, when we go and research you and we look you up, it's really easy to say, yep, that's the person I heard on that podcast. That matches exactly what I heard. Third, right? Actually, focus, share your unique message. Third one is to have a matchy brand. And so 4th is actually a great call to action. Where do we want to take people to? Having a wonderful call to action, and ideally a lead magnet or a place where you can collect your audience's data. When you're a guest on somebody else's show, you're not there to sell. I'm going to say that again because it's really important. I think a lot of times we want to get on somebody else's show because we want to fill our event, sell our programs, right? Sell our stuff. But really, you're there to educate, to entertain, to add value, even if the audience doesn't buy from you. They still need to get value from listening to your interview. And so this is the difference, right, between a guest and a speaker. Speaker has an agenda. You probably are selling something at the back end, right? The back table, even from a virtual table. As a guest, even if they don't buy anything from you, which really you haven't paid for advertising, you haven't paid for this spot. This is the host's spot. They get to sell, right? They have their sponsors that get to sell. You are adding value, helping them to build their audience and to grow their following. And so even if the audience doesn't buy from you, you need to still add value. However, you've impressed the socks off of them. You've had great stories. You've added value. Ideally, they're going to want to follow up with you, and they're going to want to stay connected with you. And the best way to do that, the best way to leverage other people's podcasts is to use it to build your list, to build your email list. And I love the concept of something for you, something for me, right? I'm going to give you a free gift. You're going to give me your contact information. So a landing page, someplace, a text opt-in that you can collect first-party data so that you can follow up with that audience. And truly, being a podcast guest is the number one way to build your audience and your list fastest. Getting in front of 2 interviews a week, 2 podcasts a week, that's 100 audiences that you are in front of, right? 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000, millions, right? Hundreds, thousands, millions of people that you can create and make an impact in front of. And these interviews last, they're evergreen, they stick around. So often when we're on a stage, right, we get to impact that audience for the couple hours or couple days that we're there. But with a podcast, your interviews are evergreen and everlasting. So we really want to make sure that we're not just there trying to fill a program or something that's just trending of that day. We want to create a story and an impact and a freebie that attracts the audience for a lifetime. What if they hear this interview next year, right? What if they hear this interview 2 years from now, 5 years from now? That's the impact of being a guest on somebody else's platform. And our final tip number 5 is connect every week. Connect every week with fresh new podcasts. Podcasters are every week looking for quality guests. And I know it because we have about 300 new posts every week in our Need a Guest Facebook group. So if you haven't joined us yet, sign up today at needaguest.com. It'll take you right to our free Facebook group. And you can also join our premium level at getpremiumforfree.com and join our community. I hope these tips were helpful to you. I can't wait to see you in the media. Go out, share your story. 2 interviews a week, every single week. Get in front of hundreds of audiences, and you are going to make an impact. Cheers.